Looking for revenge. All summer 16.
What is good, everyone? It's Richard here from Weed City Soul. We're here to do what I guess is an unboxing video because this is the first time I've ever opened these. But what we're really here to discuss is whether or not the Nike Roshe Run is the greatest shoe of all time. Now, I know even that initial statement's going to have some of you out there going, the Roshe Run? This guy thinks the Roshe Run is the greatest shoe of all time. It didn't have any big name athletes attached to it. It didn't have a huge marketing campaign. But the way this shoe has permeated everyday non-sneakerhead culture is unbelievable, especially for its short lifespan. Now, I'm going to open this pair first, but after that, we're going to get into why I think the Roshe Run might be the greatest shoe of all time. Okay, so we've got the Midnight Navy pair here. You can see from the sticker that I have not opened these yet. I've been looking for the navy pair for a while. They're not like particularly hard to get. It's just never been a great time for me to get them anytime I've come across them. But I finally managed to grab a pair. I usually grab a pair of Roshes at the start of every summer, and by the time the next summer rolls around, they're trash, so I get to get a new pair. It's just one of my favorite shoes ever. Woo! Navy pair looks really nice. The great thing about especially the darker pairs of these and the neutral colors is they go with everything. It's a nice midnight navy there. Now the Roshe Run, and you keep hearing me call it the Roshe Run even though now it's technically called the Nike Roshe Run Retro, but I'm going to keep calling it the Roshe Run because that's what I've known it as since the beginning. The Roshe Run is a direct offshoot of the minimalist movement that Nike started back in 2005 when they released the Nike Free series. This shoe itself has only been around for about 4 or 5 years, but it has made a huge impact in the market in that short span. Basically, anywhere you go, you're going to see somebody at some point wearing a pair of Roshes, whether it's casually or at the gym, even though they're not really gym shoes. People talk about how the Ultra Boost and Boost shoes are permeating popular culture, but they haven't even made a dent compared to these. The shoe's just ultra accessible. It's got a great price point. It's super comfortable. It's super easy to put on. You can wear them in almost any situation. You need to just slip them on and run out the door and do some errands. Done. You can also dress them up. I wore these on a date once, the black pair, with a pair of khaki joggers and a button-down shirt, and it looked dope. That date went well, by the way. I'm so alone. So these can be worn in basically any situation. And the great thing about these, unlike other minimalist shoes, which tend to have a lack of support or very minimal or very soft cushioning, these have a rather thick and firm EVA midsole. And that keeps your foot from being too fatigued if you're wearing them all day. The only downside that I can even think of this shoe is that, and some might not even call it a downside, but after you've been wearing them for a while, you can just walk around and hand out some pretty devastating static shocks just by touching almost anything. One time I accidentally touched a metal pole in a mall with my arm while I was wearing these, and it almost took me out completely. The static energy that you can build up and the shocks that you can hand out while wearing these are pretty crazy. But some might not even call that a downside. Some might call it a superpower. Now, on top of everything else, the Roshe Run is actually a pretty durable shoe considering its construction. I usually get a new pair at the start of every summer, but that's not because the pair from the years prior are unwearable. It's just that they're a little beat up looking, and that's from me wearing them all year long in almost every kind of situation. Rain, snow, mud, dirt. It's just a really great shoe, and I find I can wear in a lot of different situations. And because of its price point, I don't feel too bad if they get a little messed up. It's just super simple, super stylish, super comfortable, really versatile shoe at a great price point. I really think you have to consider them for the greatest shoe of all time. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Weed City Soul. I'm Richard from Weed City Soul. Until next time, they're just shoes.
All summer 16, playing dirty, not clean. Out front for a season, looking like a damn football team.